I'm Stone Phil. Hood. I'm a black guy.
We're thrilled to announce your local Macy's store has reopened. We'll be open for your family, for the big things you need, for the little things that will make you smile, and all the things in between. We'll be open to serve you. Most of all, we'll be open responsibly. We're taking precautions to keep your family and ours safe. So whenever you're ready, we'll be ready for you.
In the 1980s, the Rambo First Blood films took the action genre to a new level and spawned one of the most famous characters in recent cinema history. The iconic, muscle-clad man of action John Rambo, brought to life by Sylvester Stallone, immediately captured the imagination of audiences across the globe with his no-holds-barred approach to on-screen violence, brooding complexity, and classic one-liners.
Don't push it, I'll give you a award you won't believe.
The First Blood series of violent pursuit films where Rambo uses anything and everything he can get his hands on to get the job done. But of all the weapons that this one-man army has at his disposal, which is best? This is weapons of the Rambo First Blood series.
The First Blood series!
At number 10, a humble rock. Rambo manages to land this palm-sized pebble right on target. The windscreen of a helicopter that contains the rifle-wielding Officer Brooks, played by Jack Starrett. What a shot! This David and Goliath moment is responsible for the only death in First Blood Part 1. Blink and you'll miss it, the shotgun is at number 9. In this scene from First Blood Part 2, Rambo's being double-crossed by the boat crew as he attempts to make it to the extraction point. His response? He takes out 6 bad guys in 8 seconds with a pump-action shotgun. Only Rambo. Nature provides at number 8, its wooden stakes. Okay, so it's true that JR doesn't kill anyone in First Blood, but this poor officer is really going to have trouble walking again after taking those to the thighs. The actor's response in this gruesome scene is very real. The prop hit him with such force, he ended up in hospital. At number 7, it's a chicken. No, wait, sorry, it's fire. The trap is set in a field of elephant grass that was grown specially for this scene from First Blood Part 2, where Rambo fights back against a pursuing platoon of troops. The trap is sprung, and a number of soldiers meet a grisly death. It's good to see that this stuntman was dressed accordingly. The weapon of choice for bad guys everywhere is at number 6, the AK-47. Here we see Rambo take full advantage of the action movie staple, the unlimited ammo cheat. At number 5, it's Rambo himself. John puts his Green Beret training to effective use throughout both of the First Blood films with savage punch, kick, gouge and tiger claw techniques. In this scene, a Navy SEAL was on set to keep the action as authentic as possible.
Big Mac.
He actually broke actor Al Humphrey's nose with that vicious strike. Both films pay homage to westerns. The classic stagecoach fight scene is being recreated here, with helicopter replacing wagon. The same helicopter comes in at number 4, as John racks up the kill count by taking out an entire POW camp with a barrage of rockets and machine gun fire. His aim is perfect, as you'd expect. The cage the POWs are kept in is left untouched. With the POWs safely aboard, there's only Russian hardman Podolsky, played by Steven Berkoff, left to deal with. And yes, okay, it's not the helicopter that lands the killer blow, but this scene couldn't be left out. It's top 3 time now, and where would Rambo be without his trusty M60 machine gun? The image of Big John tearing it up, single-handedly wielding the M60 with a bullet belt draped around his personage, personifies the 80s action hero. Let's leave the gun to do the talking, shall we? We get a sneaky peek at it in this lovely pre-mission montage. At number 2, it's the compound bow. Stallone trained extensively to become a master marksman with the signature weapon that features heavily throughout First Blood Part 2 and is responsible for some of the most outrageous kills in the film. The action gets dialed up to 11 when Rambo whips out his explosive tips. Director George P. Cosmatos wanted the ticking sound to be added to make it explicit that they were going to explode. Over the top is no exaggeration when it comes to some of the explosions caused by the pocket-sized warheads. And then, of course, there's this scene. Enough said. Here we are at the number 1 spot. You guessed it, it's the combat knife that tops the list.
I guess this.
The knife is based on an aviator safety knife, with the serrated edge giving a downed pilot the ability to cut through the fuselage of a plane. In the handle is everything a lone soldier behind enemy lines would need. Compass, matches, and of course, fishing hook and wire should you need to sew your arm back on. The infamous knife takes center stage in some of the greatest scenes in both films.